Motorweek, television's original automotive magazine.
Welcome to Motorweek. I'm glad you're with us. This is a television series for people who love cars and for those of you who just like to find out a bit more about them.
I could never have imagined then that from those humble beginnings, our little car show from Maryland Public Television would grow into one of the longest running series on PBS with over 9...
Trafikmagasinet hade redan varit i rutan i över 3 år när Motorweek, som är USAs motsvarighet, axade ut ur garaget. Och det gjorde man med besked. Sen dess har framgången varit given och om något år så har John Davis presenterat sitt program i 40 år. John var en återkommande gäst i Trafikmagasinet och gav oss den amerikanska synen på våra svenska bilnyheter.
What we're seeing from Volvo is a concerted effort to beat the king of the crop, BMW, Lexus, Mercedes. I am concerned though that as Ford takes more control and the volume goes way up at Volvo on whether or not they'll keep that prestige status they need to really lure those buyers in. Because right now, a buyer that wants a BMW or a Lexus almost wants the brand more than a specific vehicle. So Volvo not only has to improve its brand image even more, but also then do superior vehicles.
Men redan i mitten av 80-talet var jag gäst i Motorweeks studio utanför Baltimore.
Trafikmagasinet har förflyttat sig, inte bara till en annan studio utan faktiskt till en helt annan världsdel, till USA. Vi befinner oss hos Motorweek i Baltimore i USA. Motorweek som är den amerikanska motsvarigheten till vårt svenska trafikmagasin. Och vi har kommit hit för att få reda på varför europeiska bilar är så framgångsrika här i USA. John Davis är producent och programledare för Motorweek. Glad to be here, John.
Glad you could come, Carl.
In your studio today you have 2 cars, one European and one from Japan. Is that typical for USA today, imports?
Yes, right now in the United States, about 26% of the market is taken up with imports. Most of that are from Japanese companies, but of course the Europeans are supplying more and more of the more expensive cars and have the upper echelon of the import market.
Well, John, we are going to take a look on what is coming from Detroit. Have you seen any new trends?
I don't see any particularly new trends. There's a continuing trend in more and more high-performance-oriented automobiles, both with super sophisticated engines with 16 valves and turbochargers, and also the old brute force V8s just brought out of the closet for one more try. No new trends, just more of the same, more luxury, more performance. It's kind of going back to the days of the late 1960s.
Thank you, John. Och med det så ska vi förflytta oss till Detroit för att titta på hur biljättarna där har tänkt sig att konkurrera med Volvo, Saab och de andra européerna.
Lagom till bilens 100-årsjubileum i USA, det vill säga i år, så släpper Ford ut en verkligt djärv jubileumsmodell, Ford Taurus eller Mercury Sable. Det är den största dollarinvestering som Ford någonsin har gjort med en enda bilmodell. Inte nog med att karossen är för USA mycket djärv i sin linjeföring, den påminner också mycket om Audi 100 och europeiska Ford Scorpio. Ska vi så ta och hoppa över till den minsta av de 4 stora i USA, det vill säga American Motors, som i år bjuder åtminstone på en riktig amerikansk nyhet. Men låt oss börja med den här bilen som egentligen är en fransk Renault. Den tillverkad i USA, den kallas för Alliance. Den finns i flera olika modeller, bland annat denna, som en härlig solläcker cab. Halvkombimodellen heter Encore och är främst känd för sina mycket fina vägegenskaper. Den modellen får i år elektroniska instrument med en färddator som standard. Interiören i de här bilarna är minst sagt originell. Titta bara på den här Oldsmobile Tornadon, den har mer knappar än en Boeing 747. Över 50 kontroller finns på instrumentbrädan för ljud- och klimatanläggning bland annat. Här är förresten en liten rolig grej. Det är en snurra för stereoband, småmynt, men också som ställ för glas. Buick Rivera har en liten tv-skärm på instrumentbrädan och den har touchkontroller som visar hur bilens olika system fungerar. Det är bara att trycka på glaset så får man upp nya kontrollsystem med bland annat kördator och besked om hur det står till med vatten, olja, bensin och mycket annat under huven.
John Davis, we have met a number of times. I got off air after 25 years. You are on your
38th year is just starting.
And still running. How do you do it? What's the secret?
You know, I think the secret is keeping relevant with your audience as new audiences come along and they don't watch traditional television, but they're on watching on their iPads and phones and so forth. We made a very big effort to make sure we were easily accessible there. But I think the other thing is we've seen young folks come into this business and they thought they could get by not giving a lot of in-depth information. And that was a trend for a while. But now their audience wants more information as they've gotten older. We're still there plugging out, 5 and 6 minute tests with lots of details in the pictures, stuff that nobody else is providing. So in a way we've had to keep up with the new audience but also show them what they were missing. And I think a lot of it's just luck.
Vilken är då Johns absoluta favorit idag, om man nu som programledare får ha en favoritbil, vill säga?
You just asked me what car I would like to own today that I used to own. I had an old Di Tommaso Pantera, and although I had to get under it and work on it almost every weekend, I miss that car. Otherwise, I don't know. There's so many wonderful cars out there. I do have an answer. We just finished driving about 2 months ago the latest BMW 5 Series, the V8 and M whatever it was. And that car just embodied everything to me that an automobile ought to be. So I thought that was, if I had to pick one car today that I would like to go out and buy right now, it'd be the current 5 Series BMW.
Order one for me too, because that's my favorite.
Yeah.
But the worst car, is it unsafe at any speed, the Corvair? Or
no,
I
actually think the Corvair got a bad rap.
Yeah.
I think you'd have to, there's been so many really marginal cars, Yugos, and a lot of people like to pick on the poor Chevrolet Chevette, which wasn't that bad a car. Peugeots, when they were here, they were actually good cars to drive, but they fell apart.
That's right. And then we have the electric cars. I mean, electric cars have been around for more than 100 years,
right.
But they seem to lack traction. Have they got traction now?
I think they're here to stay, which is the easy answer. I believe that within 20 years, you will not be able to buy a car that's not electrified. I am actually very positive. Is it going to be in my lifetime? Probably not, but I think it will be in the next 50 years. I think if I could come back in 50 years, you'd be hard-pressed to find a vehicle that's got an internal combustion engine in it. It's going to take a lot longer, though.
So next time I see you, you won't be driving a Tesla. It will be this BMW.
It might be the BMW, but it probably will have some little electric motor in there somewhere. But the next small car I buy, because my wife doesn't drive great distances, it will definitely be an EV. No question about it. It'll probably be a Chevy Bolt or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, John.
My pleasure, Carl. Nice to see you again.
Motorweeks tester i tv, det är de enda i sitt slag där man tar riktigt seriöst på sin uppgift att ge konsumentupplysning och inte drar sig för att ge saklig kritik. Motorweeks senaste avsnitt hittar du på YouTube.
I'm John Davis. See you then.